Howdy, what's going on everyone? It's a strategy here. Well, it has been a long time, actually 5 months now since my last video, and that was the review of the Herman Miller sail chair. I'll put the link down below if you want to look at that one. But that was when I was in quarantine back in Thailand, and now I'm back here in my apartment in Dallas, and I happen to have this Herman Miller Embody, which is a little bit more higher end than the sail. I've been using this for the past, say, almost a year now. So I have a pretty good sense of how I like it, how it works for me. So I want to do the review for you guys. Without further ado, let's do it. One of the main reason you want a new chair, or when you go out shopping for a chair, one of the main thing is how comfortable it is, especially over, if you have to sit in your chair for 6 hours, 8 hours a day. Well, it better be good for your back. And I would admit though that when I was shopping for a chair, I bought this totally based on the looks, because it looks kind of cool. I like the pixelated back support. It just looks cool. It looks futuristic to me. Of course, that's subjective. Some people probably hate it. I happen to like the way it looks. So beside the looks, for me, one of the best thing about the chair is really the support, and it's in general the back support, the bottom support, the thigh extension support. It's amazing. It's very flexible as well. They call this the pixelated support, where you can see there's a one kind of backbone, back spine, which supports the whole back piece of this chair. And then from there, you can see it's connected to this, kind of what they call this pixelated support, where you have tons of support points connected through to the backbone. And all these points supports this whole very flexible piece of plastic. If you look closely, you can see that the plastic here is very, very flexible. You can move almost whatever, almost like a mesh, really, just that, but you have a better support than a mesh. So it feels great, sitting here and kind of move around, as you can see here. Let me try that. So when you lean yourself back and you kind of move around, you can see the back really curves and adjust, really follow your back or your movements pretty great. Even if I'm doing this, it still really supports really well, and it bends and it follows my back, and I still get a great support at whatever position I am in. Besides the awesome support, another great feature of this Embody chair is the adjustability. You have tons of adjustability here, anything from armrests, up and down, pushing this button here, it slides really smoothly, and also push in and out. Well, this is one of the very few things I don't like about this chair, is when you push in and out, it feels really cheap and it feels like it's gonna break, because there's no button. You just push out or in, but it works, and it still, it still works. I haven't broken it yet, so it's all good. Well, moving on to the bottom piece, you have the thigh extension, kind of like in some car seats, where you can extend the bottom piece to support your thigh if you have longer legs, which I don't. But all you do is you have this handle on the sides, on each side. You kind of pull it up a bit and then push out to extend, or pull in to shrink it, I guess. But yeah, it's a bit tricky, I think, and it feels like I'm gonna break it, but it's still good. It has lasted me this far. I don't adjust it too often, so not super concerning. So moving on to the pretty common thing is really lifting the seat up and down. So you have this button right here on this knob looking piece, just to this bottom in the middle. It's kind of translucent, by the way. If you look at that, you can lift it and then it goes up and down, right? Just pretty typical, but it's not this whole knob, it's the centerpiece. Now the whole knob, you can twist it to to adjust the resistance of the back support or of the back piece. So I just turn on the resistance. It's kind of hard for me to push back, right? And then I can go the other way to kind of loosen it up. And now it's gonna, I can easily, well, exactly. So now I can easily push back, and it doesn't give me as much resistance. Of course, I don't like that too much, so I'm gonna adjust it to the middle where it feels good. Okay. All right, and then next up, you have another knob here toward the back to the right. And this one you can adjust you can adjust the back spine essentially. So you can see it comes, the default position, it comes up or it goes back down here. So, and another thing about this chair is you can, and this is pretty common, you can adjust the level of how far the back piece goes. So I have it up the very top, that it's kind of locked in place, right? You can't push back. Go down one level, you can go back a little bit more. Go down one more level, you can go back further, and then go down one more level. So that's level, was it 0, 1, 2, 3. So 4 different levels. And now you can go pretty much all the way back. The wheels, they are so smooth. That's what I'll say. So I have this upgraded version. It's translucent. It kind of looks cool. It doesn't do a whole lot different than the stock one. It is a $68 upgrade, which I think is kind of expensive and it's kind of wasteful, but I did it anyways just because it looks kind of cool. But yeah, it works on both hard floor and carpet, and it's super smooth. It doesn't make a whole lot of noise either, and it just feels really good. High quality. The bottom support on this chair is also amazing. So when you sit down, it doesn't feel like you're sitting on a cushion. It feels like you're sitting on something soft but floating. And if you look closely at the back, so I'm about to sit down here, you can see that it really is flexible, and it's the whole support thing is amazing. But yeah, so whatever they did it right, and it feels so good. So what do I think about this chair? This Herman Miller Embody, $1,500 with some of the upgrades. Is it worth it? Well, a couple of things I don't like I mentioned earlier, the armrest adjustment to the side, you just push it in and out. Sometimes I accidentally push it and it does that. Not the end of the world. The thigh extension support, it's a bit hard to adjust and finicky at times, but it works. And I think I adjusted once when I got the chair, and then I never touched it again. So not a big deal. The good things about this chair though, they're awesome. The back support is amazing. So flexible, and you can get the support, whatever way you move your back, your body. The bottom support is also amazing. It feels like you're floating in the air, and the support is just amazing. It's a chair. If you have to sit in the chair for 8 hours, 9 hours a day, this would be a chair to do it. Okay, it's not good if it's not good for you to sit 8 hours straight. But if you had to do it, this would be a chair for it. And I did have a concern when I was shopping for a chair. When I was looking at this chair, there's no headrest, right? But I don't feel like I need a headrest with this chair. It's great. I think it's just the way that it supports my back. I don't really need a headrest, and then I'm totally fine. So $1,500 is a lot of money for a chair. There's no doubt about that. But I think it's worth it. Just after sitting in this chair for 8 hours, that $1,500 paid off, right? It's amazing. It feels great. I have no back pain. The ergonomic is great. It's just really good overall. If you have the budget for it, I'd highly recommend this chair. But there are plenty of other chairs that are cheaper and are as good or almost as good, or sometimes maybe even better. I just haven't found them. Anyways, guys, I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll try to answer them as always. And that has been the review of this Herman Miller Embody. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.